What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the Gears Cast. Welcome everyone to the Gears Cast, the best Gears of War podcast here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. So there's been a ton of speculation and rumors going around about a number of different things happening within the Gears of War community. And a lot of them, guys, I gotta say, is coming around Xbox E3 of 2022. There is a lot of rumors and speculation happening right now. So I wanted to go ahead and break all those things down here in this segment of the show. So let's get into it. So guys, in a tweet that's coming to us from Shadows, who of course is one of the biggest creators in the Gears of War scene, he went ahead and he tweeted out saying, just imagine all of these Gears of War rumors are true, and Xbox E3 2022 includes a Gears of War collection announcement for 2023, a first look at the Gears movie by Universal Studios, and a Gears 6 teaser for a 2024-2025 release. That would be one way to kick off Gears Next Gen. And I 100% agree with this, guys. We're going to be talking about each of these different topics, like all in this episode of the Gears Cast, guys, because this is huge, right? When we think of a Gears of War collection or a Phoenix collection, or, you know, there's a number of different things that people are hoping for when we talk about a collection of Gears of War for as being the next announcement that comes out. The Gears of War movie, that was confirmed by Rod Ferguson, who was the studio head at the Coalition at the time. He was obviously, now he is no longer there. He's over with Blizzard. We're working on Diablo. But with that being said, the Gears movie's coming. And then on top of that, guys, Gears 6 was also confirmed by Rod Ferguson, like I said, who was the former studio head at the Coalition. He also confirmed a Gears 7. He confirmed, guys, Gears 6, Gears 7, as well as the Gears of War movie. Two of those things we might be hearing very shortly about. Gears 7, guys, is obviously a number of years away, and I think a lot of, you know, there's a lot of pressure now, guys, with Gears 6, because if Gears 6 doesn't do well, we may never see a Gears 7. So that's why it's so important that we as the community come together to make this thing absolutely huge. But let's just talk about, you know, like these rumors, guys. If these rumors are true, this will be huge for Gears of War. Obviously, you know, Gears of War has had a number of things that have come out over the, you know, last number of years. You think of, you know, Gears 5, you think of, you know, Gears Pop, you think of Gears Tactics. They kind of are, you know, creating a number of ways, let's put it that way, to be able to connect with this franchise, which is absolutely incredible, guys. I am so excited to see kind of what they decide to do, you know, moving forward here. And I think Xbox E3 2022 is going to be a great place to start as far as us seeing, you know, really at least something. I mean, are they going to announce all of these things? I mean, I really hope so, obviously being a massive Gears fan, but even if they showed us the Gears of War collection and say a Gears 6 teaser, I'd be happy with that. Or if they showed us, you know, a Gears 6 teaser with the Gears of War, you know, movie from a teaser from Universal Studios, I'd be happy with that as well. It'd be awesome to see all of those things, guys. It's hard to say whether they're going to be able to fit all of that in. I'm wondering if the Xbox Game Showcase, if that's going to be something that they may actually show all three things. But I think Xbox E3 of 2022 makes the most sense to show off all of these things. The question I have, though, is the Coalition's obviously working on other things outside of Gears 6 right now. Now, are those within the same universe as Gears of War? That's a possibility. There's been talk that they've been working, you know, obviously on the new up-and-coming Perfect Dark reboot. There's been talk that they're working on their a completely new IP altogether, which is really interesting in my opinion as well. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here, guys. But let's just, you know, put it simply. If all of these get announced at Xbox E3 2022, it would be something unbelievable that I think many of us would be incredibly excited about. It would really lead us into the next generation, as Shadow said, into the next gen of Gears of War. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comment section down below. What do you think here, guys? Do you think we'll get all these announcements, just a couple of them? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Gears of War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. Something that the Gears of War community has really voiced publicly is that we would love to see Gears of War have a battle royale mode. And of course, guys, there's a lot of people in the Gears community that don't like BR for what it is. I've always said this, though, guys, that having a multitude of different ways that you can connect with the franchise is always a really good thing. And BR with Gears of War makes a ton of sense to me. I also felt that BR with Halo Infinite would have made a ton of sense as well, but for whatever reason, they didn't do that. Now, there was speculation and rumors that when Gears 5 was going to release, it was going to release with a BR mode. Obviously, that did not happen. But with that being said, I want to talk about this, guys. Could we see a Gears of War Battle Royale here in the foreseeable future? What are the things that we may know about it at this point? Is it coming in Gears 6? Is it going to be coming as an update or as a completely separate entity altogether? Let's talk about it, guys. And in an article coming to us from Jack Connor of Tweaktown, the Battle Royale genre has amassed much popularity that games that you would never think of adopting the game mode are considering the thought. And so with Gears 5, guys, obviously the director of Gears of War 5, he squashed the rumors surrounding Gears of War 5 launching with the Battle Royale mode. Now, according to multiplayer director Ryan Cleven, Gears of War 5 will not have a Battle Royale mode when it launches, even though the Coalition are big fans of the Battle Royale genre. So obviously, guys, we know that it didn't launch with the Battle Royale mode, and we still don't have a Gears BR mode at this point. However, he says Gears 5 does not include a Battle Royale mode. We're big fans of the Battle Royale genre, but we would want to ensure we bring a Battle Royale mode to Gears in a meaningful way. We're actively listening to our Gears community and will look to further evolve our game modes based on player feedback post-launch. So what that tells me, guys, is that obviously it was a thought to bring a BR to Gears of War, and they're obviously wanting to hear the player feedback. And so what that tells me, though, guys, is that if we want a BR, we need to tell the Coalition that we want a Battle Royale for Gears of War, and there needs to be a lot of people that want that in order for them to go ahead and really pursue it. Because obviously they're working on a number of different things, right? Whether we're talking about, with Gears 5, with the campaign, multiplayer, the co-op modes, all these different ways, escape mode. I mean, there was all kinds of different ways that you can connect with Gears of War, on top of Gears Pop, on top of course, Gears Tactics. So a number of ways that you could connect with Gears of War. Now, do I think that they should narrow it down instead of creating more games and another Gears Tactics and another Gears Pop and such? Should they just focus all their resources on Gears 6 and create the best possible experience for that? I do think that might be something smart, because we have seen, obviously, in the past, Gears of War has shaky launches, and that's really taking it lightly, guys. Every single game has had an issue or another when it comes to launch, and that may just because sometimes the teams are spread thin, or maybe the teams are being spread between a multitude of projects. So I would love to see, them be able to focus on, with Gears 6, 100% on the campaign, multiplayer, co-op modes, and then maybe a BR mode, I think would be absolutely awesome. Now, even though Gears of War 5 won't have a Battle Royale at launch, the developers haven't ruled out the possibility of it coming at a later date. According to Cleven, who told IGN, as a fan of the genre, I would love to see it, but bringing the intimate combat of Gears to the open kind of organic encounters of a Battle Royale is difficult. They're two very different modes of combat. It's not that it's impossible, it's just to do it right would require really focusing on it. And I agree with that 100%, that you really need to be able, it would require a ton of focusing and things of that nature on the BR genre. Do I think that it could work? I really do, guys. I mean, when we look at the landscape now of Battle Royale, think about this for a minute. It seems like it's all first-person shooters overall, for the most part, in the BR landscape. It started really, H1Z1, and then of course with PUBG and Fortnite, those really started to kind of bring a lot of, a big spotlight to the scene, but it's really evolved into being first-person shooters that are, becoming BR titles. And so I would love to see this, because I think this could be a little bit of, kind of take balance between both worlds, where I think it's a third-person shooter. It's incredibly gory, incredibly graphic, and things of that nature. This could be the mature BR, that we could be playing, guys, and that it would really kind of show a lot of other gamers out there that this could be the third person, like the gory Fortnite, essentially, is how you could dub it, or the mature Fortnite. It's not going to be a kid-friendly type of ordeal, and I think going in that direction, if the coalition really focused on that, like, we're going to make this like Fortnite, but it's going to be the dark version. This is going to be the mature version of Fortnite. I think it could be something really special. But let me know, guys, what do you think? From hearing Ryan Cleveland and talking about, a potential Gears BR at some point or another, does that give you any hope moving forward with Gears 6, the Gears of War collection, potential Phoenix collection? What is it, and what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Gears Battle Royale content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. Gears Esports is one of my favorite esports to watch, guys. I absolutely love it. From the epic moments to the trash talk to the different skins to the movements to just everything, guys. I mean, I absolutely love Gears Esports as a whole, from even a production perspective to the casters. I mean, just incredible talent all the way across the board. And I've felt for so long that Gears Esports has been on the cusp, just like the game, guys. It's been on the cusp of greatness. Like, this could be like something that is absolutely massive, probably not on the same level as, say, Call of Duty or, CSGO or one of those titles, but definitely deserves to have more recognition and certainly a bigger following and fan base and, more people that are viewing from a viewership perspective, watching, other streamers, watching content on YouTube. I just believe that it's still on the cusp. And so with that, I want to talk in this segment of the show about Gears Esports. And a question that I definitely want to propose to all of you, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I really want to get some engagement here, because Gears Esports is, like I said, one of my favorite. I absolutely love it. I mean, when we talk about the big three, guys, in my mind, the three greatest games ever made, I always say it's Call of Duty, Gears of War, and StarCraft. All three have incredible stories. They've got incredible multiplayer experiences. And, just from a viewership perspective, I love watching esports with all three of those games. Gears of War, and they're all unique in their own way. Gears of War is an incredible esport. And so, that being said, when the move was changed to go from execution over to escalation, and obviously, guys, this change did happen, and it really was implemented, I believe, in Gears of War 4, was when it started that we saw escalation. I absolutely love escalation, guys. But what I will say about it is this, that I think from new viewers coming in, so like before we even go there, kind of stepping back here, we look at Call of Duty, we look at Gears of War, and we look at StarCraft. StarCraft is a global game, guys. It's getting viewership from across the world, essentially. Call of Duty, you could say it's primarily a North American game, kind of like Gears of War, but it's even spread all over the world as well. So with Call of Duty, they have multiple game modes that they have as far as from the CDL perspective, the Call of Duty League. They've got multiple game modes. Typically, it's like Hardpoint and Uplink, or it's, Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and, it's like a few different game modes. And for Call of Duty, it works, even though I believe Search and Destroy for Call of Duty would actually be really smart, because it would be similar to like a CSGO. And, I think that it'd be easy to play, but really hard to master. And I think that's what would make it really awesome from a competitive perspective. With Gears of War, they focus on escalation, which is great. I love that they're focusing on one game mode, but to me, execution is a little bit easier for new viewers to follow than escalation. Escalation, guys, is great. I think it's awesome, and I think there's so many I think it's one of the best game modes that's been introduced into esports in quite some time. From at least for someone who's been in the Gears of War community for so long, I absolutely love it. But I'm just saying, from new viewers, from that perspective, execution makes sense, because Search and Destroy, guys, it's pretty easy to understand. You got your power weapons on the map, and you get one life per round. And so I just think, like, if they were to take execution and implement it now, or into, we could say that it gets implemented once again in Gear 6, where they start that again, I think that would be better, guys, than Escalation. Even though I love Escalation, I think it's absolutely epic. I think there's moments that I actually think it's better than Execution from like a diehard Gears fan's perspective. I'm just saying, trying to bring in new people who were watching Escalation may be a little bit more confusing. And the thing with Execution, guys, is you can always change things slightly in that, in the meta of Execution. For instance, you kill someone, and after they go down, their cog tags are dropped, and your teammate can pick it up, and if they're able to strategize a way to be able to rescue you, essentially, then you come back. Or it could be a number of different ways that they could implement into Execution to make it interesting, outside of just the plain old search and destroy kind of style. I think if you started that way, though, it would more and more viewers would understand exactly what's going on. Now, this is just one man's thoughts, guys. I'm thinking about this more so for the future. Obviously, we have Escalation. It's been awesome, guys, and I think it's doing, it's great for even Gears 5. I think it's great, but I just believe that we need to see Execution come back in some capacity when we go into Gear 6. And that's just my thoughts and opinions, guys. I want to hear yours, though. I'd love to, I think there's two sides to this, and I think that Escalation is it's one of the most underrated game modes in all of esports, in my opinion. I absolutely love it. It's incredible. And I think other esports, could definitely, if they used like the same kind of motto or the same structure as Escalation, I think it could be a very popular esport to watch. I think Call of Duty, it would be awesome to see that in Call of Duty. It'd be cool to see it in Halo. Would it work the same way? Well, it's hard to say, but I just think that Escalation is an incredible game mode, one of the most underrated game modes in all of esports. But from a viewership perspective, Execution is easier to watch, and it's not quite as, complicated, or, it's not as difficult for new viewers. But that's just my thoughts, guys. Once again, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below about this. Should Execution come back as the main game mode in Gears 6 for, obviously, the Gears esports scene, or should they stick with Escalation? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Gears esports content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. So the Coalition is obviously one of my favorite, development teams, guys, and one of my favorite studios to kind of, when we talk about, from content and all of that, obviously being a massive Gears of War fan, I love the Coalition. Ever since it was formed, it's like I've been actively watching and seeing kind of what they do next and what they're doing for Gears of War, so on and so forth. And with that being said, there's been talks for a while now that they are working on a new IP altogether. It's going to be a smaller IP than Gears of War, and this is coming to us from reports, guys, as well as working on new Gears of War content, that being like in the form of Gear 6 is what the main rumor is. But a potential Gears of War collection, a Phoenix collection, things of that nature are what people are also talking about. I want to talk about the new IP, though, in particular, and what it could be and when maybe we could see this come out in the future. So let's talk about it. So, guys, in an article coming to us from Matthew Wilson of Kit Guru, since releasing Gears 5 back in 2019, the Coalition has been pretty quiet. The studio has revealed publicly that it is currently working on projects with Unreal Engine 5 and contributed to the development of Epic Games' recent interactive demo based on The Matrix. According to sources, the studio is also working on two major projects, a new IP and a new Gears of War sequel. So speaking on the XNC podcast recently, Randall Thor, who co-hosts another podcast with Windows Central's Jez Corden, stated that he's been told that the Coalition is working on a smaller game based on a new IP currently planned for a 2023 launch. This lines up with previous rumors, as the Coalition has been claimed to be working on a new IP for quite some time, with sources believing it to be a horror game. So first of all, before we go any farther, guys, the thing that I'm seeing here, and that like really is eye-popping, is that they're working, allegedly, according to sources, they're working on two major projects. They're working on a new IP as well as a Gears of War sequel. So Look, I mean, that's awesome. Now, when they say two major projects, the IP, the new IP altogether, I'm wondering if that's actually a major project or is that more a smaller project of theirs, because it doesn't sound like it's going to be quite as big as, say, like a Gears of War game. Now, they're talking a Gears of War sequel, so obviously Gears 6 is something that they're obviously probably working on at this point in time. But it sounds like 2023 is when we're going to be seeing the new IP, which would tell us that we're probably going to be seeing the new IP, a trailer and things of that nature at some point here in 2022, especially if it comes out in 2023. Now, after this new IP ships out, the team will be going all in on bringing back Gears of War for the next gen Xbox Series X, S consoles, and PC. Apparently, we can expect Gears 6 to release in 2024, 2025. So fans of the Gears franchise have quite the wait ahead of them for new content. So, look, at the end of the day, guys, I do think that we still are going to have, a wait for Gear 6. But I think that we're getting closer to an announcement for Gear 6 than you might be, then hopefully. I mean, I think we're closer than we are far away from an official announcement. The only thing is my only hesitation about them announcing Gear 6 this year in 2022 is that the coalition may want to show off the new IP and may not want to take anything away from that being like a Gear 6, because Gear 6 would probably overshadow that brand new IP that the coalition is bringing out. Now, depending on what that new IP is, I mean, it could be something really special, and I mean, who knows? But I think the coalition may just want to have all of their promotions and things of that nature this year on this new IP. And then in 2023 is when we get our announcement for Gears 5, or I should say Gears 6. And then, obviously we see maybe, more things as time goes, and we can expect a 2024, 2025 release date for Gears 6. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Do you think that we're going to be getting the Gear 6 announcement this year? What do you guys think about this new, title coming out from the coalition? What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Gears of War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. And with that being said, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the Gears Cast. And if you guys did, all I ask, guys, is that you hit that thumbs up button. That helps out the YouTube channel in a massive way. Thank you so much for all the support, guys, and all the new subscribers. If you're new, if you hit that subscribe button, guys, you'll get notified every single time a new video goes up on the YouTube channel. Thanks again, guys. Stay positive. Just keep grinding. And as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.